Hello, beloved, and welcome back to Simple Life Chronicles. My name is Aisha, and today I'm excited to talk to you a little bit about some of the experience that we've had moving onto our country property. Stay with me. Today we're going to be talking about trash and treasure. One of the great things about the country living experience and transitioning from living in a more urban environment, in a more populated environment, to a more rural setting, to a more relaxed setting, is that it's not a one size fits all experience. Everybody is going to do something a little bit different. The Lord is going to bring you through different things. For some of us, we are going to be in a position to obtain properties that are pristine, that are manicured, that are just beautiful right off the bat. And some of us, like us in this family, are going to inherit and going to obtain property that is a little bit more along the lines of being a diamond in the rough. And so when we moved on this property, there were many things that were not here, that are here now, but there were also many things that were just here. By that, I mean the prior owners and the contractor that was working on the property for them left stuff here. Some of it was just trash. And so that we went ahead and took to the dump. But there was a great deal of material and items that were left that were actually great blessings to us. And so I want to talk a little bit about some of those things with you today, just so that as you are looking at property, as you are considering this move, you'll remember that everything is an opportunity to give God thanks for. Every experience, every setback, every turn that you didn't expect, every blessing that you did ask for, every blessing that you didn't expect, all of that works together for good for those of us that love the Lord. I'm not sure what's going on there. There were some things that they left that are inside right now. For example, they left about 2 to 3 years of filters for the HVAC system. So we haven't had to buy filters the entire time that we've lived here. We've just enjoyed the system. So that was a great blessing. They also left flooring. So we have vinyl sheet flooring as well as laminate flooring that they left here at the property. And since we have some renovation projects to do here, I'm so glad that they left it. Now, at the end of the day, we may choose to do something different, but if push comes to shove and we just need to get flooring into a space, if we have enough of it from what they left, we don't have to buy flooring. They left paint. They left cleaning supplies. All of those things were useful to us, and I would never complain about any of those things being left. As a matter of fact, if I could meet the prior owners right now, I would thank them for leaving all of those things right here on the property. There are a couple other things that I'm going to show you that maybe some people might consider them trash, but for us, they have been useful. So hold on tight. I'm going to move the camera so that you can actually see those things. The bugs are attacking me. So starting back here at the fire pit area, I just want to talk about a couple little things. So one thing that they left quite a bit of, they left us some cinder blocks here, and I guess they just didn't have a use for them. But as you can see, this one here, I'm using it to hold my tools for the fire pit. These tools that are in the cinder block are actually tools that were left here. So there is a big, oversized, rusty nail. This is my own very own multi-purpose tool. I use it largely as a poker for the fire as I'm burning things, but I've also used it as a dibber for the garden. I've used it for prying open things. I've used it for whacking off mortar on bricks, which we'll get to in a moment. That tool has been immensely helpful to me. This is a shovel that is usually used in a fireplace. We have a fireplace here, and this was just outside in one of the sheds. So I'm not prepared to clean it up and bring it inside, although it may be made of copper, just based on what I'm seeing. Because it's been outside already, I don't feel comfortable bringing it into the house unless I do a serious cleanup job on it. But it's already a little weak. So I largely just use this to scoop out the ashes from the fire pit. So I'm grateful that it was laying around. I may as well put it to good use. As you can see, there are a few bricks left here. And this is where I'm going to make a transition to another part of the property. I can't get back there completely right now because that would require me to take a walk in the woods. And I'm not doing that at the moment. I'm not dressed for the woods, and I don't have enough PPE to go in there. But actually, right behind that barn, I'm going to take you over to the place where I first went in, and we'll talk about some of the things that I found over there. Panning over from the barn, we're looking into a section of the woods that's behind the house. And what you're looking at is actually a pathway that did not exist last year. It was actually blazed this year, partly because I was curious about what was going on back here in the woods. We've been living here for over a year. In December, it'll be a year and a half. And I still have not set foot on every inch of our property. But I wanted to know what was going on back this way because, well, you can't see it now because I already took it out and took it to the trash. There was actually a pot, like a large stew pot that was turned upside down and just sitting on the edge of the woods. So I decided to go ahead and pick up that pot, and there was a styrofoam dinner container next to it, and it just kind of kept leading me further and further into the woods. Now that was back in February when there wasn't all of this overgrowth, so I could see right through the trees, right through the woods, and I could see a lot of other things back there. And one thing that I found was 2 huge piles of old bricks, and I'm going to show you what happened to those bricks now. That's right, the strawberry planter. This is also my nasturtium planter, and I think we actually have some nasturtiums growing up voluntarily over here. That's exciting. I didn't see that before. Let me show that to you. They're right there in the corner, growing up nicely, and I'm excited about that. I was actually going to plant some more nasturtiums, and that is awesome. They planted themselves before I harvested them. Okay, back to what we're talking about. This strawberry planter and the nasturtium add-on on the front, these are all from bricks that we found in the woods. And my mom helped me with actually knocking off the mortar on some of them. Some of them were still connected with mortar. I don't know if they were connected to make a chimney or what, but it's really nice to have them available. Yes, it took a little bit of time and effort to chisel away the mortar, but I did not have to buy material to build this beautiful planter, and I have the option of changing it. I know that there are more bricks available on the property, and so I'll be pulling those out of the woods in due time. I have some pictures of what things looked like before, and you can see the pile of bricks before they were all arranged, and some of them are not fully arranged. Some of them still have the mortar on them. I can come around, like this collection here that's holding down the cardboard that we laid down when I pulled out the old nasturtium plants. So you can see it's authentically just put together. But we were grateful to have the materials for free. They also left this, what you can see here. There was a lot of clay pipe left here, and there was a larger one. I'm going to show you what happened to the larger one because I was able to use it. It was really wonderful that they left it. So you may find all kinds of things at the property that you actually purchase or obtain or end up living on. Just keep your mind open to, how can I use this? How could it be a blessing to me? Instead of just throwing everything away, there are some things that absolutely need to get thrown away. Old beer bottles and beer cans and soda cans and all those things, they have to go away. Old styrofoam that's been sitting outside forever and ever. You probably aren't going to have a lot of things to do with that, but there are lots of other things that you can use. Welcome to the bird bath garden. Here at the front of the house, I really wanted a bird bath. I grew up visiting my grandmother's property when we were younger, and she always had several bird baths at her house. I particularly wanted a bird bath to encourage insectivorous birds to visit the property, take a little wash in the bird bath, and eventually make their way over to the garden to help fight insect invasions. But bird baths can be quite expensive, as I found while I was shopping. And if the moths and butterflies will allow me, I'm going to get a little bit closer. As you can see, this bird bath is not an expensive venture. It does need to be cleaned out. I see that the pine needles have taken it over. But anyway, underneath what is just a simple plate is that clay pipe that the prior owners and the contractor left here at the property by the fire pit. I want to say it's about 3 feet tall, or 3 feet long rather, and it's solid clay, so I don't really have to worry about it. I'm trying to find a place to put my foot. So this is just a pipe, and then we just bought this terracotta. It's really a planter base. So you would normally have a terracotta pot, like a large terracotta pot, and you would put this underneath to catch water so that when you water your plant and the water comes out the bottom, it doesn't go all over your floor. But it also makes a really nice bird bath. I have plans to decorate that and actually make it look more cohesive and designed, but it works. And on the bottom, let me see if I can show you. There are some bricks just at the bottom, so that if the marigolds weren't growing all over my bird bath right now, it actually just looks like a bird bath that somebody purposely put there. So there are easy ways to make things nice on your property without spending a lot of money, and one of those ways is to use the stuff that they leave you. This is just one of the examples. Something else that was curiously left were some of these large T-posts, which I was grateful for because I used them in the garden when I was setting everything up. So thanks so much for watching and coming along with me today as we talked about some of the various things that were left here. There are more things to discover. The great thing is, as I mentioned by the barn, I have not set my foot on every inch of this property. So that means there is more treasure hunting in store, and I already know where some of the treasure is, and there are going to be some more surprises. But until the next video, make sure to take advantage of every opportunity to give thanks and to put to good use those things that the prior owners may have left you when you get on your new property. And don't forget to go ahead and be blessed. Bye-bye.